welcome to my channel. I'm so excited about doing this video during this difficult time of the coronavirus pandemic. It's such a difficult time where we're literally all stuck at home, and for us that's a super difficult situation to be in. And so I wanted to share some self-care tips that we can do to look after ourselves during this time and to stay sane. I think it's more important than ever that we try and find some space for us to look after ourselves whilst we're looking after our children literally 24/7. So first of all, I just want to thank the key workers all around the world that have been literally saving lives, and it's just been amazing. I'm so grateful for them. I'm so inspired by their strength of going into work every day and just literally being the heroes that we need right now. So I'm so super grateful, and I'm really looking forward to the celebrations that we're going to have as a community when all of this is over. And I just really feel, I don't know about you, but I feel a lot more connected to others. Even though I'm not seeing other people, I just feel like because we're all going through this together, there's a connection, there's a bond that's being formed, and it would be really nice to see that unfold once we're out of quarantine. Alright, so let's dive into these tips. If you are new to my channel, I would love for you to consider subscribing so that you can get more tips like this that I'm about to share. And if you are already a regular viewer, I welcome you and thank you so much for tuning back on again. Let's dive into these tips. So the first thing that I could recommend for you is that you actually get up in the morning and get dressed. Now I know that there's nowhere for us to go, and there's probably no one new for us to see, but it really does help to raise our vibrations and help us to set our day in a positive light. It's really easy for us to stay in our pajamas, like we're not going anywhere out, right? All day, every day. But if you're like me, you eventually start to feel a little bit sluggish after the second and the third day. So I would highly recommend that you don't have to wear like fancy clothes, but you can just wear wear comfortable clothing, wear lounge clothing, but just wear something that makes you feel like, okay, you're getting ready for your day. It really helps you set up. This is something that I do daily, and then it really helps me just be more alert, be more active and ready and set for my day. The second tip is for you to avoid getting overwhelmed by messiness in the house. This was a good tip to help you avoid that. Obviously it's normal. I mean, if you're like me, I'm a bit of a clean freak. I like things to be in a specific order and everything to have its home. I like to keep these things tidy. So when we're in lockdown, however, it can be really difficult to stay up on top of like a messy house, because we're literally we're in the house 24/7, so it's so easy for our house to get messy, right? But what you could do, which is a simple tip, is to set a timer for about 20 minutes and just tidy for those 20 minutes. We may think that it's quite a short period of time, which is great. We don't feel too overwhelmed by time, but we'll be surprised with how much we can actually get done and how much we can actually tidy. So you can set a timer, make it really fun. If your children are old enough, get them involved, sing a song to get them to tidy as they tidy as well. So really get them involved if you can, and just see who can tidy the fastest. You know, children like races and to be competitive, so you can use that to help them tidy with you, or you can do it with yourself with a timer, and you'll be surprised how much you can get done and just tidy for those 20 minutes. This is a super good tip if you don't like to tidy. Another tip is for you to consider, if you're quarantined with your partner, is to have some me time with your partner. Because even though for me right now I get to see my husband every single day, which is amazing, there's still really limited amount of time that we can spend together and just have a normal conversation. So when the children are asleep, why not turn off all social media, put some candles on, have a lovely meal and actually have a conversation? Or if you're not quarantining with your partner, how about you do an online date? I know that a lot of people are doing that right now, and it's super sweet. I've got some friends who are in couples and they can't quarantine together because one of them's a key worker, so they actually have online dates, which is super sweet that you can do. So we can get really creative with that, and that allows you to just have some couples time. Another tip you can do is to learn a new skill. Now, this can be super fun. If there's anything that you've always wanted to learn but didn't have time for, this is your opportunity to do that. where possible. So for me, I went on to Open University, and they've got like these free short courses, and I just did like an 8-hour length. I did it obviously in segments, but I did an 8-hour child psychology course, and it was super good. Like, I really love to stimulate my mind. So if you love to learn new skills, this is a really good one. You can learn how to play piano, use online resources for that, or an instrument that maybe you always wanted to learn, or you can learn a new language. There's really good apps for that. Like, if you want to learn a new skill and keep yourself stimulated, then that's a great opportunity to do that during quarantine. And the next tip that I've got for you is something juicy that I want to invite you to, is to actually join my weekly guided relaxation sessions that I'm having with us. And it's all about us parents just unwinding, having some de-stress moments where I literally guide you through a guided meditation of relaxation. And I'm doing that every Monday on my Instagram, but live on Instagram. So you can, I'll leave the link below so you can join that. And that's a good opportunity for us to just put our children to bed and have our time for us to de-stress and unwind and let go of any tensions, any frustrations that we built up throughout the day. So that's definitely something I want to invite you to, and for you to consider joining. I've really had some really great feedback from other parents who are saying that they feel so zen, so relaxed afterwards, and they fall asleep really easily, and they feel a lot more rejuvenated the next day. So those are the 7 tips that I've got for you during this difficult time. And I think I missed one out actually. I think I told you 6. The 7th one actually, before I forget, is actually create some memories with our children. So we actually intentionally create some memories of our children, because we're never really, like, this is a once in a lifetime situation. Yes, it's a very difficult time, but it also brings up some opportunities that we probably wouldn't normally have in our normal day to day. So we can actually intentionally create some activities with our children, and I've got some ideas that you can actually tune into in my stories in my Instagram. So just go and click on my link on the Instagram, and you can check out the stories on there. In the highlights, I've got the craft section. You can literally check that out. And I've got some craft ideas, and there's a wealth of craft ideas that you can find on Pinterest. And then just take pictures, take videos of your children, and create like your own sort of private video that you can share with them when they're older. Like, this is a great opportunity to actually create some amazing memories with our children that we can look back on and go, this is what we did during quarantine. So those are the 7 tips. I don't think I missed anything else out. But thank you so much for tuning in. I hope they really help. Let me know if you've got any favorites in the comments below. Your comments are very valuable. I love to get your feedback. I love to share, to hear your voice, and for you to share what your thoughts are around my videos. So leave a comment below on any tips that you've got that I've missed out that could help other parents during quarantine. Do leave a thumbs up, because it really helps this channel. And if you haven't yet subscribed, do consider subscribing, as I would love to have you as a viewer. I post every week. And anyways, I'm going to stop waffling. I just want to share my love with you, and just know that we're all in this together. And please do, if anything, at least pick 1 tip out of these 7 tips that you will commit to, so that you can feel like you're going through a tough time, but you're also taking care of yourself, which is super important to help to nurture our mental health and our physical health. So thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you very soon. Mwah.